TikTok cosplayers. I love you people. You guys are awesome, and you guys bring so many more followers than I could have ever brought into cosplay. You guys are awesome, and my gosh, your makeup skills are fantastic. Please teach me how to do your eyeliner. So, but guys, we need to chill for a second with the TikTok trends, because these cosplayers can learn trends in 5 seconds. They can learn an entire dance routine in an hour, and it amazes me. They are very fast learners, which also scares me a little bit. But what I'm seeing a lot actually is, and I'm on a lot of Facebook groups because I'm old, and I go on these like cosplay marketing places or cosplay buying places where and to buy like secondhand cosplays. It's just, I feel like it's better for the environment, and so I don't have to go and spend $100 on a cosplay. Maybe I can get it at a discount. But what I'm seeing recently is just this large influx of cosplays, especially Genshin Impact, the popular ones, and I'm seeing like tons and tons and tons of cosplays, and it kind of, I don't know. I mean, I'm somewhat of a wasteful person. I will buy so many plastic cups. It will probably kill a sea turtle, and I feel terrible about that. But I'm not like, I mean, I try to be as eco-friendly as possible. I don't really have too much of the time and the resources to do it at the moment. But the amount of cosplays that are being sold right now on like secondhand sites, and probably the amount of cosplays that are being bought right now, is insane, and it's crazy. And I feel that it should be kind of brought down a level, because I feel like people are, especially not I mean, you can definitely buy a cosplay, wear it all you want, and then, after it's, seams are coming undone, that is fine. But I'm talking about the cosplayers who get an outfit, wear it once for like a shoot or a TikTok especially, and then just push it to the side. And I feel that for me, cosplay is all about passion. It is about loving the character. It's about loving the series. It's about wanting to be that character, even if you like love their design, and you just kind of casual in the game or the anime. That's fine, but it's just, you can't have this many cosplays from this many series. And I'm talking like just tons and tons, and like every single week new cosplay. And it's just, it feels like it kind of like loses the passion a little bit, because it's just a constant buying of cosplays, and it kind of kills me a little bit.
Yeah, that's something that I feel will be a stronger talking point in a couple years when
Mm-hmm.
we really start to see the ramifications of what's happening.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, when it comes to waste, it's not something you know right
Yeah.
away. You usually notice when it's a little bit too late. Not that it's ever too late to react, but
No.
yeah, I do see a lot of the consumption, and it's like, again, this goes back to the whole changing trends thing. I don't think there's anything wrong with being able to do 50 to 100, if not more, cosplays a
No.
year. If you have the
Yeah.
money, do it. But at the same time, even if you had infinite resources, it was still about access back in the day. So you
Mm-hmm.
could have all the money in the world, you just couldn't get certain things to cosplay. It took you
Yeah.
6 weeks to get a wig, or you
Yeah.
had to put together this cosplay because there were no patterns or there were no ready-mades online. But now it's like,
Oh yeah.
you can go through so many cosplays, and a lot of people, like you mentioned like Facebook Marketplace and stuff. You can go on Facebook and you can sell your old cosplays, or you can buy older cosplays from there. A lot of the newer generation, they don't really see that. For them, it's, if I can't
Mm-hmm.
repurpose this, or if this isn't getting the same traction as it was before, I'm just gonna toss it and I'm gonna
Yeah.
get the
Yeah.
next thing. And it's like, I don't know. Like, I can't tell people how to live their life, especially in a new
No.
world. But there really needs to be some sort of change, or at least address how much we're consuming when it comes to cosplay, and
Mm-hmm.
not just cosplay, other hobbies too.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, again, not not the most eco-friendly person in the world, but I mean, and it's been really very recent, and it's not like, oh, there's been 10 more cosplays usually. It's like hundreds of cosplays that are being sold. And especially if you go on Amazon and you look at like how many cosplays have been sold, it'll be like a newer cosplay, not like one from the early 2000s, and it's like 1,500 reviews, and you're like, oh my god. How is that even possible?
That's a lot of Nezuko's.
Yeah, like that's so many Nezuko's. And I mean, Demon Slayer is so popular. I think it was Katsucon a few years back, before COVID. And what we did was we counted the amount of Midoriya cosplays. There was 200 Midoriyas. We had like a tally and we like betted on it. We're like, okay, how many Midoriyas do you think are going to be at this convention? And we're like, I think like 50, I think 25, 200. So
Wow, 200.
yeah, and I mean,
Wow.
yeah.
We need more mountain ladies and
We
less
do, we
and
do.
less
There was like
Midoriyas.
one or two Hawks, one or two All Mights, but then like Midoriya and like Bakugo Midoriya
Yeah.
was just like, that was crazy.
It's funny when Naruto was big, it was always how many Narutos will we see? How many Sasuke's will we see? How many
You never
Ichigos
see
will
that.
we see? How many
Yeah.
Renjis will we see? And now it's My Hero. It's like, wow, I
Yeah.
can't believe it.
I mean, I'm guilty of the My Hero Academia train too, because I'm currently I'm like staring at my Hawks cosplay that is unfinished currently. So I need to get them done. I just, because of school, it's really hard to get constant content because what kills me is my roommate is an art major and she's over there playing like League of Legends a lot all day. I'm so envious of her because I'm over here with like organic chemistry trying to figure out what dichloromethane does. So it's just I still don't know what it does. I'm like, what is the it's like what's the mitochondria of the cell? It's like, Lauren, you're in the 3rd year of college. And I'm like, I know, but so, it kills me. But
I hope you figure that out before your exams come around.
I still don't know what it is. No one can tell me. So, but I mean, I wish I could. I mean, I guess I'm a little envious of these TikTok cosplayers who can hop on these trends very quickly. And I think I feel like a lot of them are in like high school or middle school, so they have a little bit more time on their hands, which I'm not sure how. I did so much in high school that I can't imagine where they got the time from. So, I sometimes just wish that these really big TikTok stars would. I look at their initiative. They are starting to make their cosplays, and although it's at a low level, which is okay. I mean, you need to start down here before you can get up here. That's 100% okay. You can't just be amazing. Maybe if you're like a genius or something like that, maybe you can't, but you can't be amazing just from the start. They're starting to make their own cosplays, but so hopefully what happens is that they'll start to make their cosplays and the amount of cosplays being bought will go down a little bit, personally. But then oh my gosh, the amount of materials they'll use will be amazing. Yeah.
Do you think there is a longevity with people who have started with cosplay through TikTok and maybe they've only gone to a couple conventions because of the whole COVID situation, or maybe they don't have an interest in going to conventions?
I think especially if you're a cosplayer or any cosplayer, it doesn't matter if you're TikTok, it doesn't matter if you start like YouTube or Instagram or whatever. I think when you go to your first convention, if you like that kind of atmosphere and you like those kind of friends, it's going to make you continue down that path, because conventions are so addicting. And even people who I know who are extremely introverted, who don't like people, they love conventions. I mean, there's that sort of camaraderie, especially at KatsuCon, where people are coming, they know the struggle. It's like you're in a room full of just the same kind of people that you are. They immediately get all of your inside jokes. They immediately get all of like your references, or pains of cosplay. Like, oh, I've been in heels for 6 hours. Like, and then 20 people be like, I feel you. So it's that kind of just amazing like friendships that people build, and that amazing camaraderie that is just so addicting.
Yeah, I think that, not to be a gatekeeper, but in order to truly be a cosplayer, you have to experience a convention. You don't have to go to many conventions. I haven't gone to as many conventions as you have, and I've been cosplaying and going to conventions for over 15 years. But at the same time, I still think that it doesn't matter who you are, what you do, that is like a church essentially, for some people. Like they look forward to going to a convention. They look forward to amassing themselves with others that are cosplayers and seeing the new cosplayers and helping them out and like doing industry stuff. Like I think there's a lot of value in going to conventions, and I hope that it continues going forward, that people still have that mentality that it's not just about growing on TikTok, it's also about growing within my community in person.
And I think that's the most important thing, because I do love screens. I love my computer time, but interacting with someone there's nothing that can compete with that. And when people are just a little, like, I guess a little, or like they're like refusing to go to a convention, I feel like that's a big part of cosplay. And I feel like you're kind of like losing a little bit of cosplay if like don't go to convention. Now, of course, with COVID, it was absolutely impossible to go to a convention, and nor should you not have gone to a convention. But I feel like at least try it. Just all I'm saying is just go out there and try it and see if you like it. And I think you'll find that it's just a wonderful experience.